AD. Welcome to my home. I'm so excited. I'm so honored to be doing this show. I'm a huge fan. This is my dog, Momo. Say hi! So I spend a lot of time out here trying to keep plants alive. This one is my newest project. I forget what it's called, but these little fluffy babies on the end keep changing colors, and they're gonna get darker and then they're gonna get like silvery. This one's kind of happening already, and I'm kind of obsessed with them. But come on in, check out the rest of the house. So I bought this house about 8 years ago when I was pregnant with my son, and it looked a lot different. I've actually remodeled it twice because I have a small addiction. Luca, do you want to come down here with me? This is Luca. We're gonna go into your room next. Maybe you can do the tour. There's donuts in the kitchen. Good talk. So one of my favorite pieces of furniture in my house is this credenza. I think it's from the 50s, and it reminds me of a corset. One of the first big purchases I ever made in my life. I think I was 18 or 19, and I thought about it for days and days and days. And then my mom always likes to point out that I have completely destroyed it by like coming in the house and setting my coffee down or my water. And it definitely gets pretty beat up in this household. But we live in this house and we're hard on this house, and I think that's what makes it feel like such a home. These crystals are constantly changing because my son likes to take them and, I don't know, play some kind of like Marvel superhero adventure. I'm constantly losing crystals somehow and finding them in random places or never finding them at all. These chairs were just recently in my bedroom, and no one could ever see them because people don't usually go hang out in your bedroom. This is our formal living room. This is also from Crate & Barrel, which I'm obsessed with. This is Luca's new favorite hiding space. We play hide and go seek. It's a new favorite game around here. I can't believe he fits in there. You can just hang out in there for a little bit. We're gonna keep on moving. These chairs are from Kelly Wearstler, and I love them. These are definitely chairs I'll probably have forever. I love sitting in here and taking meetings. But also the kids spend a lot of time in here. I don't know why. I wish they wouldn't. Hence the Sharpie on my table. This cactus, I'm really trying to spend a lot of time on getting the watering right because I recently murdered a cactus that I got myself for my 30th birthday. She was the same age as me, and she lasted, and then I killed her. So I'm gonna try really hard not to do that with this little beauty. I never thought I was gonna be that person that has picture frames everywhere of my family, and then you have kids and it just sort of happens. So this was the day my daughter was born. This is my mom when she was younger. I think we look a lot alike. This is this really amazing young artist from California. Her name's Kate Hall. I love this. She finds vintage bed sheets and puts like multiple layers on top. It's so incredible. I love it. Here's baby Luca. Oh, my daughter really likes to sit and charge up on this crystal. She doesn't really need any more charge. She has a lot of charge. And here is where we spend most of our time. It always looks this fancy in here. These pillows always look like this, and I always have fresh flowers and no kid stuff around. That's what it always looks like. This is definitely the heart of the home. It's right near the kitchen. I do a lot of cooking. The shelves are filled with all the kids' toys, so usually it's all over the floor in here, and there's like dogs running around. It's chaos, which is just the way we like it. We really spend a lot of time watching TV as a family, and I have zero regrets about that and zero guilt about that. I love this TV. It's called The Frame. It's a Samsung, and it looks like a photograph. So you don't even know that it's actually a TV until you turn it on. You can get different colored frames to go around. I chose black because there's quite a bit of black in this room. And you can change out the picture to be like your family photos or whatever you want. If you're into photography, you can like put your own stuff up. This one's called The Open Sky, but there's literally like over 1,000 paintings or photographs to choose from, which is really cool because everyone has a different style. I recently got this crazy piece of art by Matthew Palladino, and it's very bright and colorful and pink. Like I mentioned, I love pink. The The fireplace that was here was very, very ugly, and I was like, I just want to be able to like have garland and like bay leaves and Christmas. Kind of has like a mid-century modern vibe to it, and I love the exposed firewood and hanging out. We hang out there a lot. When this living room is full of people, it's a good spot to like perch. This is my kitchen. It's very close to the living room, which is really convenient that this is like one big open space. And my favorite part about my kitchen are my crazy tiles. This was one of the first things that I found that I felt like, oh my God, I have to have those when I was out shopping for materials when the kitchen was being remodeled. It was a very bold choice and it seemed really loud, but now it's like my favorite part of the house and I love talking about it and everyone's like, oh my God, I never would have thought to do that. So it really worked out. Before you guys came, I was just making sure that my daughter hadn't taken bites out of the fruit because her favorite thing to do is take a bite, put it back. Take a bite, put it back, take a bite, put it back from every piece of fruit. So you usually have to like turn them so her little bite marks don't show. This is a huge, important part of the house, especially during quarantine when I was a second grade teacher. I did a lot of wine drinking and a lot of cocktail making then. I love this piece. I got this at this really cool place in LA called Gallery Half. And the thing that's epic about this table, it's just one solid piece of wood. So there's no breaks in it and it's quite beat up. So I don't feel like we could do anything to it at this point. And that gives me a lot of peace. And this piece is Lindsay Edelman and I love it. It kind of reminds me of like some modern space thing. So this is the kids' playroom. This used to be a formal dining room and we didn't use it. So we made this a kids' room. I'm a little afraid to open the cabinets because like just might come pouring out. This is really sweet actually. Luca and I at night we say I love you all the way. And so I had this made for his playroom. And since we've been doing school, we added a computer. These are his fish that I thought were gonna die. I was like, yeah, of course we can have them. We're on like year 3 of these same fish. But now I'm quite attached to them and they're so social. Like they'll come up and just like hang out and stare and watch you. Where like most fish I feel like swim away. I always like to think they're like saying hi to me. And we also have a crested gecko, which is a new addition. Actually, it was my idea to get him. His name is Chip. So this is pretty much the only space I have in the house that belongs to me. This is where I hide from my kids and lock the door. And I have this really nice vanity space. I love this so much. One of my friends, Blonda, is an amazing artist and she sketched this picture of Luca when he was little, brushing his teeth. I recently bought a camera. She's kind of just been living there. I'm getting used to her. So my husband actually bought me this guitar. Her name's Oreo. I don't know how anyone plays guitar. It's the hardest thing on the planet Earth. Here's my lovely bathtub. I love to take baths. This space, actually, I decided to have a home birth with my daughter, so I had her right here in this room, and it was very peaceful and a lovely way to meet my baby for the first time. This is my closet, and I have a little bit of a shoe obsession and a bag obsession and a coat obsession, actually. It's very peaceful and constantly like rearranging things, and it's never usually that clean. So come into Banks's room. I had a lot of fun doing this. I don't know, I thought I was gonna play it so much more cool and I went full-blown pink. Her bathroom's my favorite part if you wanna come check that out. This whole entire wall is tiled pink for her. And the gold hardware is really sweet with that. And her little vanity. Luca got kicked out of this room when Banks was coming. And he was pretty upset about it. I'm like, I promise your room's gonna be so sick. I'm gonna make it amazing. I was like, please trust me, please, I'm gonna make it cool. And I think I succeeded. So this was the guest room. And it's quite a big space, and I tried really hard to utilize more of how tall the ceiling is and thinking about him getting older and how this room can evolve. He has this epic slide that the kids love and play on all the time. They go up a ladder and like run across the top and lie down this, and it makes a ton of noise, but that's why you have kids, right? Here's his bed. And there's 2 bunk beds up there and this net that you can roll across that's super sturdy. Luca made this artwork in the beginning of quarantine. I would have to agree with him. Coronavirus is stupid. Here's this cool bathroom, really clean. These tiles are these like new concrete tiles that everyone's putting in, and I love them. I think they're so playful, they're so energetic. This is our backyard, and we spend so much time here playing and eating dinners and swimming all the time. I was a gymnast growing up, and so we have this really cool in-ground trampoline that Luca spends almost all day on. You want to show us your flip? Yeah! We also have a water slide out here. I like to say it's for the kids, but it's really for me. I use it the most. I love it. And there's a little tree house. Here's my little herb garden. Trying really hard to have a green thumb. I just don't, but I'm working at it. It's really convenient to not have to go to the store to get like chives or something. And the newest addition, so this is actually our quarantine hang space. When we do have friends over, the chairs are like 6 feet apart and no one has to be close to each other, and we can see some of our friends. So we have 6 chickens right now, and I have hatchlings inside, but they're not big enough to be in the coop yet. So it's been a really fun project for me. Hi guys! Hi! They're just starting to get used to me. I come in and give them treats every day. Hi. I got one. This is Patsy, one of my sweetest little chickens. She hasn't laid an egg yet, but hopefully soon. So this has been a really fun project for me, and I spent a lot of time out here hanging out with them because I'm a dork. Thank you so much for coming into my home, Architectural Digest. I'm a huge fan, like I said before. I hope you enjoyed the tour, and see you again soon. All right, you ready to go back in, girl? I know you want your friends.